Welcome everybody to episode 180 of the effing title. I am Colin.
I am Tyler.
And this is the fucking title.
It's the fucking title.
How about that?
Question. Question. How you doing?
I'm fucking exhausted.
Same. You have more of a reason. I'm just tired. Just tired.
Let's see. I went to bed this morning at 5 and woke up at 8. And the last time I slept before that was at 6. I woke up at 6 the day before that.
Okay. Excuse me.
So in like 36 hours sort of thing, I've had 3 hours of sleep.
Okay. Just killing it. Why? Why no sleep?
I was in a Discord with some glitch people. We were just hanging out. I took 2 sleepy pill gummies, and then I just I was hanging out, and then I'm gonna be genuinely honest. I couldn't find a way to leave, and you know me. I don't like especially with new people. I just don't like to bounce. I don't like to give them the old Irish exit.
So you took sleepy pill. It's like the Wolf of Wall Street, right? Take was it?
Yeah, exactly.
What did they take?
Quaaludes.
Quaaludes. You're taking a lude, and then you're just like, if you just stay up and you're good.
So yeah, so now, I stayed up, and it was by the time it was 2:30, 3 in the morning, they were like, "Why are you still awake?" I was like, "I don't know." I was barely talking at that point too, and they're like, "We're gonna get offline. We're gonna go to bed." I was like, "Okay, go ahead." And then they left, and then I was like, "Fuck, I'm going to the gym." So then I went to the gym, and then I ate breakfast, and then I took a 3-hour nap basically, and then I went right back to fucking doing work. So that's why I'm fucking tired. So.
I got a good night's sleep. I didn't do much today. I went to the movies, so I have nothing to be. I'm just getting that Sunday scaries at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. I got to work in the morning. Got to work in less than 12 hours.
I don't have to work this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a nightmare week last week, and then I think it's 2 weeks. I don't have to work. I got to go in tomorrow and check. So, but yeah.
Must be nice.
And there's a lot of editing and new stuff that I'm going to be doing. So
yeah, I got vacation this week, so I'm going away this week. So
yeah, there you go.
I need a week away. Bang.
Are you kidding?
What was it? What was the old 50s show I Love Lucy, but with the witch?
Oh, the witch Charmed.
No, was that one? Is that called a genie?
No,
not a witch.
Yeah, the one.
Genie.
Oh, the genie wasn't that fucking Kazam?
No, it might have been Charmed.
Shazam.
She would do this thing. No.
It was also the nose one. The witch with the nose. Yeah, she would do the nose thing.
Yeah.
How about that for a fucking start, everybody? So today we're gonna talk about the fucking Summer of Gaming Fest that we had this goddamn weekend. That was absolutely freaking insane. And then maybe we'll do something at the end as well. But as of right now, though, Summer of Gaming. So
I got nothing from the Summer of Gaming. I did watch the whole Xbox showcase, even Starfield showcase.
So the Summer of Gaming was kind of cool because it started fucking Thursday. So Thursday I worked. I got off work. I came home. And then from 3 till 8, I was editing and making videos of reactions. A lot of kind of cool, some indie games that looked really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then there's also some big name titles coming back. So Prince of Persia is back.
Okay.
New style.
Is it... Okay, I'm interested.
It looks really good. There's a lot of...
Is it like a third person? Is it a side scroller? What are they doing this time?
I feel like it's... I want to say it's the same as what it was last time, basically. Just with a newer graphic style. They made it stylized.
They've done lock camera, like Resident Evil. They've done, everything with that game.
I think it was, I'm trying to remember right now, because, of course, like I said, I did 19 reactions on... I did 19 on Thursday, 2 on Saturday, and then I did 12 today. So my brain is,
Okay.
yeah, fried.
A lot of
But
that.
the thing that was kind of cool though was that, like, when they were doing the moves, there was a lot of like bright neon colors as they're doing the moves on the swipes and the slashes, which against the kind of the Persia gold background looked really cool. There's a game called Dave the Diver. I'm just kind of going
Yeah.
over the ones that I did reactions to. There's a game called Dave the Diver that looks like it's fucking everything and anything under the sea, literally. Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. This is a game I think you would like as well. Not just me. I think you'd like it. Basically, you play as this girl, and suddenly out of nowhere, you go into this other world, and you have to like talk to these people. And as you're talking to them, you pick options, right? And as you're picking the different options, it does kind of like the tree of like, this is what it is, this is what it is. And at the end of it, you basically pick who's the new deity of the world. Whether it's chaos, power, greed, like all these different things. It was really kind of cool looking.
Oh, it looks like one of those dating simulator games.
It does, but it genuinely looks really cool. I was really
I bet it
intrigued
is,
by
but
it.
it just makes me laugh because it's like the two people with the bubble, and it's like you never know if it's a serious game or if it's like you're like a demon's trying to have sex with you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So
So that was a cool one. Witchfire is another one that's coming out. It's kind of one of those dark fantasies, but you get guns,
okay.
which is kind of always a weird and intriguing one. But the guns look like they fit into the universe.
There's another fantasy game that we'll talk about that has guns apparently.
Is it the Pokemon one?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, do they have guns? Oh no, not that one. Pals.
Yeah, Pal World.
My pal or something. Yeah, Pal World. Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one that I did a thing for.
Oh, did they release a new thing for that?
Yeah, but it's like the exact same fucking trailer as the last one. Genuinely, like, there's a trailer called Rip Out, or there's a game called Rip Out that looks interesting. It's a horror game, so of course I'm not fucking with it. But you have like a pet alien that you throw at people.
Okay.
It was really weird looking, but at the same time really intriguing looking. Then we got a game called Lies of P, and the P stands for Pinocchio.
So is it like because it's now an open?
It's like a dark fantasy open world. You play as Pinocchio.
Well, it's like the same thing as like Winnie the Pooh. Now it's not. It's like on the open market now because it's so old.
Maybe. I don't know if he actually goes by the name Pinocchio in it, or if he just goes by P. But in the description on the video I watched, it said Pinocchio. So
Pushing P.
exactly. It looks kind of cool though. And then I watched something today that said that basically you're like you have to fight different people at different points. But like at points you have to go on quests. So like one of the quests is like this person's like, oh, can you help me find my baby? And then you go off and it's a fucking doll. And then you come back and you have to either tell her if it was a doll or if it was a child. And depending on what you pick, depends on your reaction, what happens to you. And if you do too many lies, you actually turn into Pinocchio. But if you tell the truth, then you stay as a human, like that sort of thing. So it's kind of...
Well, that's like a game that their Xbox is doing a similar game too right now. Mm-hmm. Well, that they showed today.
So that one was kind of cool.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. It's back.
Okay.
It's Back for Blood. It's Back for Blood. Just looks cooler.
Oh, okay.
It's a cooler looking Back for Blood. Throne and Liberty. This was kind of a cool looking one. Don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is that there's a giant mystical fucking deer. Like a giant mystical frozen deer. And then at one point there's a lady and she's running and she jumps off of a cliff Assassin's Creed style and then she turns into a fucking eagle.
Okay.
And then later on in the trailer you see a pally. You see a paladin, right? And he goes like this, and he just goes like that, and it's just a giant fucking laser beam coming out of the end of his staff.
Sidetrack. Are you into Diablo?
No.
No, you haven't been on that Diablo train.
No, I have one top-down MMO that I barely play that was free. I don't need to buy one. It looks cool. I would play as a druid if I did, because druids are cool, and I like that sort of thing. But
I'm still playing Tears of the Kingdom, so
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen people play it. It genuinely looks cool, and I would play it. But I'm not paying fucking $60 for it, like, or 40 or
$70.
70. Yeah, I'm not doing that. No.
$70.
If I want to hate if I want to hate myself, I'll start a new character on Lost Ark
Yeah.
and grind all over again.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so there's that, and then like at one point, a really kind of cool person's running. They jump, turn into a wolf, then they jump, and then they turn into a fucking eagle. And I was like, this is fucking cool. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. That's the thing. Is like, I was like, is this Animorphs? Like, Warhaven is a
Not
30.
Warhammer.
No, Warhaven. It's a 32 v 32 PvP with multiple classes
Okay.
in like a siege style warfare, all
Okay.
medieval
First person?
based. Third, I think.
Third.
There was a
Is it
reveal.
like Chivalry?
Yes, but imagine less realistic, more dark fantasy or more fantasy.
Oh, okay.
So like there's like
more like Gauntlet looking.
yes. So like let's put it like this. There's an archer in it. There's a panther, like a panther person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's like a lady that I'm assuming is a paladin because she has fucking everything, and then she just fucking suddenly starts glowing and starts floating over people and fighting. Like it looks absolutely insane. Sandland. All I need to tell you is this.
Is that the Adam Sandler universe game?
Nope. So that's a great. I like that. So Sandland. This is all I got to tell you about this. Okay. Akira Torizawa.
That's
the
Dragon Ball.
Yep, the Dragon Ball creator.
I saw the thing for that too, and it looked really cool. And
it looks.
Hopefully it's not. It doesn't look turn based like Dragon Quest.
Exactly. That was like
so.
If it's just open world fucking around in a Dragon Ball universe, it's not Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I
think that'd be very cool. Because Dragon Quest, I couldn't get into Dragon Quest because I can't fuck with the turn based.
Yeah. Space Marines, Warhammer, Space Marine 2.
Co-op.
It already looked fucking incredible, and then they dropped co-op, and co-op is 3-person.
Yeah.
Like that looks
a lot of fun.
As soon as like I'm watching the trailer for it, and I'm like, okay, what's the kind of the new thing they're dropping with this? As soon as it said co-op, I immediately messaged Fedge, and I was like, you probably won't want to play this, but I'm going to play this. Like,
well, so I was playing a lot of Darktide. I actually just uninstalled Darktide as we were starting. Darktide is a lot of fun. Vermintide was so much fun, and I don't think it's the same studio. But like just the war, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no. I don't know.
Well, those two, that's all under the Warhammer.
No, in the new one.
Oh,
this new one.
It should be.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. But I just know that I love the Warhammer universe, and this looks awesome, especially being third person.
My biggest questions that I've had that I've made vocal about with this is that my biggest question is what's the customization like? Because if it's,
I don't think there's gonna be a ton.
See, that's the thing is that like I feel like if there isn't, the game's gonna die quickly.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because of course, like with it being faction based and Warhammer, and there's all the different fucking, this is a Vanguard, then there's the Guardian, then there's the regular, then there's the Commander, then there's the,
I think if it's the same people, there'd be a level of customization because like Vermintide and Darktide had customization.
Yeah.
It took a while to get stuff, but like they were still there.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that there will be, but that was my biggest question because I was like, everything looks great about this, but my biggest question is like customization with it. Pal World is Pokemon, but with guns,
and they can die.
Dude. This thing is like, there's no way this comes out, right?
It's been in development for years, and I think it's going to happen.
It has a release date now of January 2024. I don't see it. I don't. Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. It looks like a shittier version of Minecraft.
No.
That's all I'm going to say with that one.
Interesting.
I'm
looking to see what games they've made. Saber Studios, Saber Interactive. They remade Halo Combat Evolved. They assisted with Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
Good resume right now.
It looks like they've done a lot of ports. They did a Nintendo Switch port for The Witcher 3.
Okay.
They did World War Z, which actually people really liked. I never played it.
I've
Um,
heard good things about it.
I know people really liked it. They acquired 4A Games, which did the Metro games, and
Okay.
Insurgency Sandstorm, um,
Look at
Evil Dead.
every single trailer that I've seen from Space Marines, because I'm pretty sure I've reacted to almost every one of them now. It looks. I'm down.
They're making a Kingdom Come Deliverance port for the Nintendo Switch.
Interesting.
So they've seen mostly like a port company, but it seems like yeah, okay.
Um,
Interesting.
so I'm gonna leave. There's one here that I'm gonna leave because I actually want you. I don't know if you've seen it or not yet, but I fucking am in
Yeah.
love with it, and I can't wait to actually like. This one is one of the ones I've marked down as like this is a buy sort of thing. Immortals of Avium. Have you seen this shit?
Never heard of it.
It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's like you have a gauntlet, and your gauntlet has like 7 different abilities, and you and only you control the 3 elements. And then you gotta zap people with
Are
like
you like the Avatar?
God, it's weird, dude. Like the main character, the main character up to this point I didn't give 2 shits about, and then I watched the
What's it
trailer for
called?
this one. It's called Immortals of Avium, and then the one that just came out was gameplay trailer 2, but it's kind of long. But like if you just skip through it, you'll see what I'm talking about with like the combat stuff. It looks very clunky and looks kind of weird.
Interesting.
Fortnite new battle pass just came out. It's kind of cool. We get Velociraptors. There's boomerangs.
Didn't get a win last season. First season I've gone winless in a while.
Oh, really?
Not because I played a lot. I probably played
I was gonna
five
say.
games.
I was gonna say you probably didn't play a lot because I feel like you didn't this
No,
past season.
I probably played five matches.
The
So
first game I got on was builds. I fucked up. It was on builds, and I came in third with 6 elims.
okay.
And then the second game, I said, "Okay, I'm gonna put it on no builds," and I got immediately clapped.
I think there's a strategy to not building when you play build, which is what I do, and it actually works out 75% of the time.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I have a buddy I play with who can build really well. So if he's building really well and I'm just can't build and I'll just run around and shoot people, it actually works out pretty well.
The Raptors are kind of cool.
Hmm.
You get to
Rawr.
yeah. Rawr. King Arthur Legends Rise. It's a
Yeah.
King Arthur game. Like I don't need to say
Okay.
too much else about that one. There's a dragon, there's Merlin, and there's some hot chick. I think the hot chick is going to be Lancelot. So now this is the last one for Summer Game Fest that I want you to look up. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. This game, as soon as I saw it, immediately I was like, I'm buying this.
It looks cool.
It is,
Cool art style.
dude. It is the one of the like the visual. I saw a GIF on Twitter before I did the reaction, and that's what sold me was the GIF.
It looks like Viking, Samurai. Is that Elliot Page? Elliot Page, I lied.
So you basically like go between 2 worlds.
Oh, and then you have a love interest in a different world.
Yep,
Okay.
and your
All right.
whole thing is about like trying to save her, sort of thing.
Hmm.
And there's a thing that came up at one point, and it was like save her, sacrifice her, and it was like a person.
Every screenshot of the guy, he's just like real sad,
He is
brooding. He's got the
brooding. He's got fucking
sad
tats
look.
on his hands. He smokes cigars. He speaks in like an Irish Scottish accent. I was like, yes, I'm fucking in. I fucking love everything about this.
Like a 65-year-old man riding a moped, ripping a butt today. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, all right, dude.
All right, dude, fucking get it. Also,
I was like, your girlfriend's in the car.
as we speak right now, the PC gaming showcase is happening. Apparently, I'm not doing any more reactions tonight. I refuse. But Path of
No reaction.
Exile 2 is there, and that looks like about it right now.
Yeah.
Let me go to the okay, so that's the last of the showcase ones though, and then the only other one outside of that was Wallace and Gromit: The Grand Getaway, which is a VR game.
Okay, are you gonna get VR?
I might have to.
Mm.
The big man
It
might have
sucks
to.
because I have the original Quest. Or
Mhm.
yeah. So there's a lot of games I can't even play anymore.
Oh,
Like
really?
all these games that are coming out, I can't play. The Quest is already like
It's already like fucking last
yeah.
gen.
So you can play them on the Quest 2 and other
Jesus.
ones, but you can't. Yeah, yeah. So
Um, and then
maybe when they come out with the next one, maybe I'll get the Apple one. Did you see that?
oh god,
It's $3,500. You probably can't play games on it.
why the fuck would I want it if I can't play if I can't play my vid games on it? And why do I want it? My
Games.
big games. Um, yeah, and then there was not gonna get into it. There was the wholesome direct, and there was also another one. What the fuck was the name of the other one? Because of course it's one of those things. This is the summer of gaming, and then there's like 7 different names for all these different things. Oh, the future of gaming.
I would. I won't lie to you. If I didn't know you and knew your reactions, I wouldn't have known about any of this.
I didn't know
I
about
didn't
this.
see it. I didn't see it anywhere.
I I knew about it last year at one random point because Xbox did their showcase, and then that was like they did theirs, and then everything else happened.
I knew Xbox. I knew about Xboxes today, and I watched that when it came on.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and then I went to the movies, and I came back and finished it. Long showcase though today.
it was a long showcase.
Hour and a half.
The uh the the two other ones here, the devs, the future of play, and the wholesome. A lot of indie games, a lot of indie games. Like I mean, a lot of fucking indie games. Only a couple of them look really cool. I will say that right now. But that's also I have a specific indie game style that I
Yeah.
like. So there's a
And I'm more like, well, for me, I'm like that Indian game looks cool,
mhm.
but I'm never gonna. I don't think it's will never be fun to me.
Yeah, exactly.
90% indie games are not fun to me.
Like one of them is called "I Am a Caterpillar," and it like, you play as a caterpillar and you just fucking crawl around. I was like, yes, writing it
Looks
down.
cool.
I was like
Pass.
writing it down. You know, um,
Yeah.
like one of them is like you befriended capybaras as a butterfly
Okay.
or something like that, and I was like, yes, done, adding it to the
Okay.
list. Like, there was one I played a game called Omno at one point, and it was the coolest fucking game. Very simple, but also very complex. As weird as that sounds. Unique play style, unique visual style. They built a whole fucking world for this game. The people who made that are making a game called Kaibu. And I was like, yes, didn't even need to look at it. As soon as it said from the creators of Omno, I was like, done.
For a second, I was like the children's show, but that's Caillou.
Caillou, yeah, no, not the bald headed little weirdo.
Caillou.
This is like a little fox dude.
Mm.
And was there anything else? A Highland Song. It's like a Scottish game where you have to get to the fucking lighthouse. Looked kind of cool to me.
That sounded like my day today. We attempted to go to a lighthouse today, but we just didn't.
You just didn't?
So
Alright, so now let's get into the big one. As you all know, and if you don't know, then what the fuck are you doing? Me and DeNutte are both Xbox boys.
yeah,
Xbox Game Showcase was today. And I without being biased, because I genuinely thought PlayStation had a very good showcase too.
yeah.
I just think Xbox coming out and going, oh, Fable. Straight out the rip. Just laying that on the table as the first one, though, that takes
And it was
some balls.
goofy.
It was
goofy,
It was.
and that's what you want from a Fable game. You
Yeah.
want it to be serious and goofy.
Yeah, like I genuinely, like the whole time I'm like watching it, like okay, what are we getting at? Like, and then as soon as it got to the end, it was like he was the giant. And I was like, oh, okay, I see. All right, this is fucking
Well,
hilarious.
then I was like, wait, is this a game about a giant? And then it said Fable, and I went, oh, it's Fable.
Mhm.
You know,
I
I was
was-
like, oh, okay.
As soon as it did that, as soon as like, because of course I knew what they were before I was reacting to them, right, sort of thing. So, but it was one of those things. Like the visuals on the bottom. It said in-game footage or something like that. If that is truly the in-game footage,
That's truly next gen.
damn.
Next gen.
Yeah, that's like
Did the giant not remind you of the guy from the IT guys?
no, that's him.
Is that him?
That was him.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I was like, that seems like him, but
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was 100% him. And like I liked it because it showed Fable, but it didn't give us too much information.
Oh, gave us nothing.
Right? Because that's my big thing I was saying is like, am I going to be able to play as just like a botanist? Because the whole fucking trailer is him talking about being a vegan and wanting to change the world with his plants, and it's like, and then it's talking about the hero, and then it's like,
Oh,
but
you're like, oh, the giant is just that was the giant.
yeah,
That's not you.
and it's like, but that's the thing is though, it's like that's what Fable is. Like that's, you know, I feel like that's what Fable is. Fable is you can do whatever the fuck you want, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
That's what I remember when it came out, and that's what it was. And that was like the whole decisions make things happen. Like
when I
all your
went,
decisions affect.
I brought up, and you may remember this. I brought up Fable 3. Remember the old fucking paper opener thing there
Hmm.
in the Fable 3 trailer? And
Yeah.
arguably, in my opinion, one of the best video game trailers of all time because it was just
Okay.
such a cool, unique thing of being like, you can be good or you can be bad. You can be rich or you can be poor. You can be a
Too bad
demon.
the game wasn't very good.
Oh, the game was fucking terrible. But I still remember that to this day. And when did fucking Fable 3 come out? You know?
2007.
Yeah.
So like 2005 to like 2008 was the golden age of live action trailers.
Because we had
Like
that.
all the Halo trailers, the
also-
Gears of
I
War
was gonna say
trailers.
the Gears of War trailers was the fact of it being the music just like out of nowhere.
Like the Mad World trailer,
Oh my
like that
God.
trailer was like,
My dad's still
Yeah.
like I told him that I was doing the Gears of War things, and he was like, and he like a day later he goes, that was the one that had this song in it, right? And he was like brought it out on his phone. He's like
the
looking
Mad
it up,
World, like the
and I was
slow
like,
Mad.
I
Yeah,
was like, God damn, all right, Dad remembers this shit, you know?
not Tears for Fears, Mad World, that whatever Mad. uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
start off hot with Fable, and then the second game, unique, different, south of midnight.
very cool. Don't know what it is,
No,
but
no fucking clue. But
no
I
clue what
I
it is.
don't care. I'm buying it
Yeah.
I'm playing it day one. I don't
You don't
care,
have to. It's like Game Pass.
dude. How many of these fucking games were like?
They're
I
all
was.
Game Pass.
Oh my God! It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful seeing that pop up.
That's already right. I hate what the whole PlayStation thing is like. All these games you can play, and you don't have to pay for, and that's like the whole. Sony has all these games. Sure, I wouldn't say all these games. They have like maybe a handful of games,
Spider Man.
and then you still have to pay for them.
Yeah, it's like we pay $15 a month,
Yeah,
and we get 100 games.
and that's part of the membership too.
Yeah.
It's like because they still have to pay for an online membership.
And
So-
and it's one of those things like we have a rotating store, and it's one of those things that, and this is the thing that people don't realize and don't know. Let's say, for instance, let's just say, pick a random ass game that you've played that you like.
Sea of Thieves.
Okay, let's say Sea of Thieves suddenly leaves Game Pass. It's out, right? You've downloaded it, you've played it. If you go to buy it, you get a discount because you played
Big
it while it was
discount.
on Game Pass. And that's the thing people don't realize is that like, so if there is a game on there that you do like and it leaves, no worries, you
Oh.
can still buy it because there's a massive discount that will happen.
You should play Quantum Break and do a Quantum Break series.
Quantum Break, which one's that?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
the
on
one
Game
with?
Pass. Sean Ashmore,
There we go. Yep, I think.
Ozone,
Yeah,
or whatever his name is. That game is actually a ton of fun. That was the very first Game Pass game I played.
yeah. Okay,
It's
I'll
not. I
take
don't
a
think
look
it's
at that.
necessarily a Game Pass game, but it's been a Game Pass game since the beginning.
Yeah,
And then there's some licensing issues, so that they just brought it back. But
Okay.
you should do a series because it's a cinematic game.
interesting. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look.
Yeah,
At it.
I think it's not a long game.
I
Probably
know.
10 hours.
I
8,
know
10
there's. I know
At least
there's
10 hours.
one. There's the game that's literally coming out Tuesday, and I've
Okay.
like already made the decision that like I was gonna play it anyway, and I have a series that runs out on Tuesday. Like the season finale is Tuesday, so then the next episode would be Thursday that I need to upload for. So
What's this one?
it's called Dodorna. Dodorna? Dodorna.
Do.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Dodorna? Game.
Da, 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 da.
Door Dogny. Dogne. There we go. It just looks like an adorable little game that it looks like a game that I would play. It looks like like a YouTube series game that I would play. Also, Focus Entertainment, which have recently decided is one of my favorite fucking
This
companies.
watercolor game.
Yeah. Play as
Okay.
Mimi, exploring the precious recollections of your childhood and the time shared with your late grandmother. Explore the breathtaking landscapes of Dordogne.
Which is a place. I want to point that out.
Like literally, all the game is just it's just an adventure game. Like you're just fucking. It's a narrative. Like
It's a place in France. I just want to throw that one out there.
it's point A to point B.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm.
I'm gonna fucking love it.
All right, back to the showcase.
Back to the showcase. Then we go. I'm just like I have this showcase thing up, but I'm also remembering the order that I did them in that they kind of came out in.
Yeah,
That's the wrong tab.
I just want to pause.
Yep, go
They
ahead.
didn't announce this. I didn't see this during the showcase. They're releasing a new Series S.
Yes, they dropped the trailer online.
So it's black and it's 1 terabyte,
Yep.
which is and it's the same price, which I think that is now for sure the best deal.
Yeah,
gaming.
that's a pretty fucking badass deal because the old one was only 500, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
now it's the same size as the X, and it's still 350.
Um.
Wait, no, the white was 250 at times,
Oh yes, that's right.
so it's a little bit
Um.
more. So it's their 300 base. So you're paying $50 for twice the space.
One of the big drops of the day. Star Wars.
Which I also don't know what that game is going to be, but you are an outlaw. You are some lady with a spider furry creature, and then a metal friend. It
I
looks like it will almost be what 1313 was supposed to be.
Yeah. I the way that I saw it, the way that I was thinking of it when I was watching it is basically it's Star Wars, but it's a heist video game.
Yeah.
That's the way it
So
seemed.
did you know 1313? Did you know
I
much about
feel
that?
like I remember hearing
It
about
was
it.
a non-canon game, and it was going to be about the origins of Boba Fett, like post Jango Fett
Oh,
dying,
okay.
about him surviving on the underworld of Coruscant. And so it's about like a young
Sounds familiar.
Boba Fett without armor
So
being a bounty.
this is in between 5 and 6.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
because if you in the trailer they show Carbonite, Han Solo, and Jabba the Hutt, and then I went and read the description afterwards because I was doing the fucking hashtags and everything, and when I was looking at the description said it was in between the two. I was like, that's
Okay.
kind of cool. So after Star Wars, I have Avowed. It looks.
Yep.
This was one of those ones that I said it looks like fucking 7 games just jammed together. I'm not against
This
it. It just
No, they finally looks okay because I remember the last showcase they showed it, and it looked like it might have been Oblivion. That's how like basic and like it just didn't have any like it just didn't have soul to it, and it looks better. And this is the game I was saying there are guns in this game. They have like flintlocks.
what?
I don't know,
That's
but there are
wild.
guns. They showed dual wielding flintlocks at one point.
That's wild. I just I,
So
like I, it like I said, it looked like 7 games jammed together. It's not a terrible thing, but
it's
it's not unique.
it's Obsidian, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid game. It's just
That's the Xbox person in me. It's Obsidian. It's gonna be fine.
yeah.
But I mean, Outer Worlds, Fallout New Vegas. If you were any bit of a fan of those two games, then you'll probably like this game.
Yeah.
I think.
Sea of Thieves is finally getting another big DLC expansion sort of thing.
Yeah.
Legend of Monkey Island. The trailer for it was fucking hilarious. And as I was watching it, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I never would have thought of this. I would never have thought of this crossover. But it makes sense.
It makes you're like, oh, I don't know why I didn't do that before.
Exactly.
Like,
It was yeah, because there's one of those, like I said, like Pirates of the Caribbean, hands down makes sense, beautiful. This one though, it's like takes a moment, and then as soon as you think about it, then you're like, yeah, never mind, this makes sense. Flight Simulator has
I'm
Doom.
re-downloading it as we speak. Funny thing about Xbox on PC for me, I can only get like 2 meg download speed, so it's going to take
Oh,
a while
really?
to get that 90 gig. I don't know why. On Steam or anything else, I'm getting the full not
That's
full. I'm getting like 70 megs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm downloading it to a solid state over wired internet. I still only get
That's
1 to 2 megs. I
that's
don't know
absolutely
why.
insane.
So, but
Yeah, Dune's getting a crossover with Flight Simulator, and you can play as the little ornithopter. Never played a Flight Simulator, but I might fuck around with an ornithopter.
the new one, I mean, there's a bunch of new missions. There's rescue missions. There's uh,
Yeah,
uh, can you bang sweet aliens addicted to drugs?
I mean
That's my question.
we can find out.
I want them blue eyes.
I want them blue eyes.
I want to collect them blue eyes.
Oh, um, arguably one of my biggest positives from this entire thing. We finally got Hellblade 2. They actually showed kind of a little bit more of the story of Hellblade 2.
It means nothing to me. I watched that whole showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Not played Hellblade.
So I played Hellblade, and I
Okay.
loved Hellblade. Hellblade's one of my highest rated games.
Okay.
The main character hears voices.
Yeah, I gathered that.
So when you're playing the game, you're hearing voices. It
Okay,
just doesn't
unsettling.
fucking stop. It's just constant chatter. So there's times when, like, and I said it, like, when I played it through it, there was a moment where, like, it had been like maybe 4 or 5 hours of me playing. I was tired, and the voices kept going, and I actually snapped to the voices to shut the fuck up. And then it was one of those things where, like, I had to take my headset off and be like,
And you like this game?
yeah. Dude,
Okay.
because it was a weird mix of like extremely dark Norse mythology with almost like I don't want to say Celtic pick, but almost Celtic pick with Senua. It was a weird mix of kind of mythologies, but it was such a cool
Hellblade on Game Pass?
yes, or at least it was anyway. I don't know if it still is, but it was.
Mm.
But like I said, it's one of my highest rated games.
It
So
is.
I'm very
It's on
excited
Game
about that.
And it's on PC's Game Pass.
There you go.
So maybe I'll play that. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So
It is
and it says a quick 7 hours, and you can get a full completion in 9.
yeah.
So-
It is a. There are some puzzles that are a little bit complex,
Mm.
but you can easily walk your way through them. It's just that like it might be one of those things where like I think one puzzle is a 15-minute episode on my YouTube on one of them because it was just one of those things where I was like, I see what I have to do.
Yeah.
Now I just need to get to it. Like
I
that.
ran into a puzzle on Tears of the Kingdom the other day, and I could not beat it. And I'm like, "Am I stupid? This is a children's. It's not a children's game, but I was like, am I stupid?" And so what it was there's these lasers, like Mission Impossible lasers, but
Okay.
typically they hurt you. And so I was like, I'm not touching them. I'm just going through. I had to look it up because I couldn't figure it out. Apparently, you have to trip the lasers to get a trap door to open, and you had to go in that trap door. And I was like, "You motherfucker!"
You playing on my adult brain.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not touching them lasers.
How dare
I'm
you?
not. Yeah.
That's funny.
So of course I run into that mechanic again, and I'm like, okay, I can just run.
All right, I got it. Next time you're gonna
Yeah.
do it, you're gonna run into it. and You're just gonna die, auto die, dead.
Well, there are some that are. I've run
Of
into some that are trapdoors that go to
course,
death.
right.
But yeah.
Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. It was a Capcom game. Came out of fucking nowhere. Dude shows up, fully suited up, stands up, brings out his freaking katana, spins it around a couple times, and then he does like this weird thing, and then there's like flowers growing out of the end of it.
I thought it was going to be like a Jade King. What is that? What was that old game that was like a Xbox launch game?
Oh, I know what you're
Jade
talking about. I
King-
can't. It might be Jade
Jade
Kingdom.
something. Yeah.
That though, as soon as I saw the flower
Jade
sword, though, I was all in. Jade Empire. I think that's what
Jade
it was.
Empire. I thought it was a Jade. I thought it was Jade Empire.
As
I
soon
thought
as,
they were bringing that back.
as soon as I saw the sword, I was in. It's another Game Pass one. I'm in. I'll fuck it. Why not? Right?
Okay.
Overwatch 2, random.
I wanted to ask you about that. I was waiting for you to bring it up. So, are they bringing back PvP?
So this is the thing that's funny with this, right? And this
Yeah.
is genuinely the funniest thing about this. So what you saw today, the Overwatch trailer, is for season 6. tomorrow,
next year.
tomorrow we get the season 5 trailer. I think
Okay.
someone in like the marketing and stuff fucked up. It's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
Right? So
Or it looks like it's going to be PVE, and they had to be like, dude, bringing it. Don't worry, it's going to happen.
this is the thing is that like so the PVE that was promised to us was PVE, highly replayable missions. It's always a feature of the game. You can play any mission you want. You can go back through. There's talent trees. Each hero has 80 abilities that you can change. So like one of them was like Tracer's pulse bomb. She can throw a pulse bomb at an enemy. If it blows up on that enemy and there's someone close to them, it will blow up on them. If there's someone close to them, then it will blow up on them, and so on
I
and
just
so on
want
and
to
so
point
on.
out that Nathan Fillion was one of the main voices in Jade Empire.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Him and John Cleese.
Genji bring out his fucking ultimate, and he turns it in like sword, and he can slash, and it brings a fucking slash that goes out. So like there was a lot of cool abilities that they were going to do with the talent trees. What this looks like is they took all the talent tree stuff away, they took all the extra shit away, and they're just making it a story mission, which is what we've had in the past with the archive missions. So the worry is, and this is the worry that I know Flats has talked about on his channel, massive Overwatch creator. He's no longer going to be doing Overwatch here in the future. He's already decided like he's done with this shit. Like they've lied too many times. They've broken up. No, done sort of thing. His thing is that basically what we're going to be getting is a story mission every season. One story mission every season. So basically, we're going to be getting
Take like 10 minutes, and then you're like, all right, now, okay, cool.
we're going to be getting one new episode of an anime every 3 months. Every
Trash.
3-4 months.
Trash.
Like, it's one of those things like, am I excited to get something? Yes, but no at the same time. This is not like...
You take your crumbs and you'll like it.
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's like, I there's a little bit of me that wants to be like that, because it's like, well, at least we're fucking getting something, but at the same time, it's like, out of, like, this is the reason why there's a 2 on the fucking title of the game, was because of the whole PvE aspects, and going to 5v5. So, that looks dumb. Hero Mastery looks intriguing. The thing that was weird about that, though, was it looked like it was like an agility course for Sojourn. So it makes me feel like they're doing Hero Mastery, where you have to do challenges with, like, designated courses, and you have to do the course in a certain way to get your mastery up, like that sort of shit, which is just dumb. It's just
Unless
dumb.
you get something good.
Yeah. We won't.
It's still dumb.
We won't get anything good. You know. New game mode. It didn't show anything of the game mode though. It said the one that made me giggle was said co-op events. I'm pretty sure all Overwatch events are co-op events.
Yes, in some way, they've just like co-op against other people.
Yeah. And then the only thing that was kind of really wild about the whole thing was at the very end of it, they showed a teaser for the new hero that's coming out in season 6. And it was they jumped in the air, and they were up against the sun, so it was just a silhouette, and then it went away. So it's
I was talking to a buddy of mine last night, and I was like, I went to dinner with a buddy of mine, and I was like, oh, you haven't played Overwatch with us yet? He's like, I don't know, like the characters I all want to play, I have to pay for or unlock them, and he's like, I just don't want it, like, it's like too much. Like I only have like 5 characters or something, whatever he said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because like I hear what people say with that, but at the same time, I think it's the dumbest argument. There's 36, 37 heroes.
Yeah.
Do you want to be able to play all of them at one, like on the go of the game? Like just load up and fucking play whoever you want. And also the other thing is this is you don't have to pay for fucking anything.
But
if you play the game, you get the characters.
But most people don't have that kind of time. They're just like, not. I just want to play it.
My thing is like is that like I genuinely feel like it would be worse if people would be like, I just want to play it, and then they sit down and it's like, okay, play someone. Okay, I'm going to play Widowmaker. And then suddenly now you're hearing a Reaper coming up behind you. You have no idea what the fuck Reaper sounds like. You have no idea what the fuck Reaper does. Boom, boom, dead. Now your team's yelling at you. Now this is happening. This is happening. You're not having a good time. You don't know what's going on.
I like it.
Of course, you've played it before though.
But I think you got to start somewhere, and like I think being thrown into the deep end is way better than not being thrown into the deep end.
I like the idea of throwing someone in, but giving them a little bit of a rope, because that's what they do. Is they give you the easiest heroes first, and then I
still don't have Ramatra.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, like, and that's one of the things that people don't know that, like, so one of the things you might have to do is just go to the hero challenges and see what you have to do.
I have to win 25 open queue quick play matches.
Oh, just fucking send it.
Yeah, we don't play a lot of quick play.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the biggest thing is, like, it's one of those things where the worst thing that they did, in my genuine opinion, was I think putting him in the battle pass is fine. I think that's whatever. Who the fuck cares, right? My thing though is that not making it so the battle pass pays for the battle pass. That has been a common feature in battle passes. I'm pretty sure since battle passes started, right? You buy the first one.
Well, not originally. A lot of battle passes still pay themselves back. Like the big ones do, like Fortnite,
Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex does, like.
Yeah, but like a lot of these smaller, which I'm going to say, Overwatch is kind of a smaller game compared to those games.
Yeah,
not a dig. A lot of the smaller games don't because they still need to make money.
Mm-hmm. Which is just like I get.
Like any
but
of these newer games that are coming out, Spellbreak.
That's dead.
There's.
I think Spellbreak's dead.
I know, but like all those games that came out, all those battle passes didn't pay for themselves because they need that income.
Especially,
Blizzard probably needs that income.
Well, the worst part is though is that they put in a secondary currency.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fucking spend it on almost anything.
No, you can't.
And that's the worst part.
There's 3 currencies because I still have currency from fucking Overwatch 1.
Yeah. So you have the legacy, you have the silvers, and then you have the gold.
And then you have your
then you have competitive, and then you also have owl tokens.
There's too many fucking currencies, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there really is. That's the Overwatch rant. It's 3 months. It's fucking August. Like it's one of those things.
No more Overwatch ranting.
Still,
Yakuza, like a dragon. Is that Yakuza?
So I didn't actually watch that one. There was a couple of these that I did not watch.
Alright, that looks alright. That just is that's not even like a gameplay. Clockwork Revolution is the game I was talking about, where like you can go forward and back in time, and it's almost like a Dishonored thing, which whatever you do affects the timeline.
I saw a little bit of it afterwards, and I kind of regretted not reacting to it because it looked kind of cool.
That game looks cool. We're getting a Cyberpunk DLC, which they've been talking about for the last year. It looks good. Maybe I'll go back and finally finish Cyberpunk. I don't know.
Forza's Forza.
Forza. I mean, well, it's finally a few Forza Motorsport. They're going back. They're not doing 6. They're going to just starting over again, basically, kind of like Fable.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, so I think that's the ones people have been waiting on, because all people have right now is like Assetto Corsa and iRacing, and they both require memberships, and people want Gran Turismo sucked, whatever the other and then Horizon's good, but it's not a hardcore sim.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
We got Elder Scrolls Necrom, which I played Elder Scrolls for one day and then never played it again.
I played it for a little bit. Really fun. Fallout 76 DLC, that popped up. My girlfriend was like, "Oh, a new Fallout game?" And I was like, "No."
No.
It was 76.
Not to this time.
76 actually is a lot of fun, and I wish I could sit down and play
it. Payday 3, because who the fuck cares? Oh, okay. DeNutte cares.
Payday 2 is still awesome.
Persona 3 and 5.
Yep. Well, remake of 3.
Reloaded. Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica PST. P5T? I don't know. P5T. Persona 5 Tactica P5T.
Yeah, there it
Makes
is.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, you
Um,
worked it out.
I worked it out. Metaphor. Yeah, whatever. Logo looks stupid. Towerborn, no clue. City Skylines. I know Jackson has played City Skylines and got lost in that game. I feel like that's one of those things where it's like if you love the Sims games, you can just get lost in that for hours.
Yeah,
Still Wakes the Deep. Fuck no. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Just fuck no.
horror game.
Fuck no.
It's it
Horror
looks very good.
horror
I'll never
game.
play it.
Oil rig. No.
It looks really good. I'll never play it though.
No.
Yeah.
Jasant. Did you see that one? Jasant.
Give me TLDR.
So Jasant
Yes,
was
I did.
the
It looks very cool.
the
Climbing.
the rock climbing with the little homie in the backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all in.
That looks cool. I pulled up a new list and it showed it, and then I think it actually looks really. It could be really fun. A good little like 6 hour game, 4 to 6 hour game.
I said that if there's puzzles involved in it, because it's one of those indie games, so there's a little bit of puzzle aspect of it with those. But then also the mechanics looks very much like Tomb Raider, with a lot of that climbing shit.
We skipped over a game. I'm going to the next game. 33 Immortals.
Didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see this one?
Nope.
This is something you should watch after. It is like a top down. It almost looks like Hades or Diablo. And it kept going. It kept showing more and more people, and they're like, "Oh, how many people can play this game?" 33 people can play this game at once, co-op.
Oh,
And it's like a dungeon. I want to say it's like a dungeon crawler. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler. 33 player co-op.
all right, I got it up. Right. Oh.
Yeah. So okay. I'm glad. All right. I'm glad I watched that one because that one. Yeah, 33 players. So
Yeah,
that game. It
Okay.
looks cool.
Yeah, dude just shot a fucking like flaming arrow, and then suddenly there was like 30 of them. I mean, technically there'd have been 32 of them, but yeah, that's kind of wild. 30, fucking 30. Jesus.
So when they were showing it, I was like, why did they decide on 33? What was that like capacity on that? They're like 34 is too much, or is like 33 the sweet spot? And then they said the name of it, and I was like, I don't know. Sure, okay.
I know, sure.
And then just saying, Still Wakes the Deep. That's right. Dangerous Dungeons of Hinterberg. Right?
No
You said that.
no fucking clue.
I didn't.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a brick with you. I didn't watch the Starfield video.
You didn't. Oh, I watched the whole thing.
So I watched the trailers that I thought sounded interestingly, and that was not one of them. To be 100% honest with you.
I watched the showcase. I watched the full 45-minute showcase. If they can do what they're saying they're trying to do, it will be everything that Star Citizen's trying to do, but single player.
Okay.
They're making it super customizable. You build crews. Apparently, there's 1,000 worlds you can go to.
Oh, here we go.
And every world has something you can do on it.
Here we go. We've heard that before.
Apparently it's the same thing when they're like, you see that mountain up there, you can go to that mountain. They did the same thing where they're like, see that moon up there, you can go to that moon.
God.
Todd Howard just out here going, let's go to the moon.
So here's my thing, because you said you watched it. Was there, and it's the stupidest fucking
a lot of
thing.
gameplay.
Was there alien species of actual like people?
No. And that's actually, they released some of the story.
Okay.
And the story is that you find an alien technology and you discover there is most likely an alien species. So you join this ancient guild of like explorers trying to find alien life.
All right.
That is the story.
Okay, I can.
I thought that would which I thought was okay. And I thought that would satisfy your why aren't the aliens here?
I just if you're gonna do a fucking game in space and you have alien creatures like actual,
there's got to be some intelligence.
You gotta I don't want to be like it's like we're on moon 1943. That's 1918 fucking 14.3 moon years away from us, and it's all humans. It's like fuck off. No.
So I think that's essentially what the main campaign is.
So I wonder then if that would be kind of because like if you think about that as well, that is if they do it like that,
I'd say they do
very
find it.
very easy to just continue the story as DLCs, expansions, whatever the fuck you want to do, and it's just new world, new
Yeah.
aliens, new world, new
So
aliens,
you
adding to it, adding to it, adding to it, boom, 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 boom.
full customization system. Like apparently you can even customize your teeth. Oh. Uh, they said that every character in the game was created on the same engine that you create your character in. So
Interesting.
that's how customizable it is. Customize your ship. There's a bunch of different ships you can have. You can create settlements on planets to like, you can have it as a home base. You can have it as like resource gatherings. I don't know. If I think I could get lost in the game if it is as good as it seems.
I've never see. My thing is, just, I've never seen the hype in it personally, and this is
Okay.
just a personal thing. Like I
Well,
just
do you like Fallout or like
no.
do you
That's the
like
thing.
any
Is
of
like
their
I
other
just
games?
I don't like I.
Okay.
So that's my
All right.
thing.
Well
Is that
then,
like those sort of almost like I mean, what would you classify them as? Like what survival esque?
I would say open world RPGs.
Yeah, I a lot of those it's difficult for me to kind of lock in.
Okay.
I mean,
So that's
I mean, you saw me do it with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Look at how
mhm.
open world that was, and fucking, I got to England and it was like, oh look, you know,
Yeah, I think this is more it's more immersive than that is because like that is just like yeah, I'm on a horse, now I'm there, and now I'm here, and I'm there, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of things you can do. You can scan a world. You can. It looks a lot like what was that No Man's Sky at times. Like the first thing you did is like he pulled out a tractor beam and like mined a rock like
oh
exactly like
god.
No Man's Sky, and I was like,
See, that was my thing.
wow.
That was my thing as well. Is that, like everything looked like No Man's Sky, and I'm just kind of sitting there like I've seen this.
Mhm. They showed a lot of more gun combat in it,
Okay,
and it actually looked pretty solid.
okay.
Just made me laugh because you were like, he's like, you could explore these worlds and sometimes you'll find things. And they found like an abandoned mine, and he walked into like the complex of this abandoned mine, and people started shooting at him. So I'm like, oh, so look, so I'm like, obviously my first reaction is I'm going to murder everyone here. That's like, I just made me laugh because he just went in and just killed everyone.
That's
And there was
funny.
actually like even like a glitch in the fight where like I don't know if it's a low gravity thing, the guy like get the like weird ragdoll
Oh,
like
really?
floating thing. And I was like, yes,
Yes,
Bethesda's back.
Bethesda's back, baby.
So I think you got to also remember it's like they did Destiny. No, that was Bungie.
Oh, yeah, it was Bungie.
I take it back. That was Bungie. Idiot. But their whole thing with lore is not new to them. World building is not new to them. Uh, I think that going back to a single player route is like the way to go because 76, I think 76 is really good, but multiplayer immersion is not their thing. True, like single player immersion is their thing.
Okay,
I think you'll be able to play it. I mean, it's Game Pass, dude. You don't have to pay for it.
fair. That is fair.
So I think that's
If
it's not going to make as much money as Skyrim or Oblivion, obviously, because it's you don't have to pay for it. If you
yeah,
have Game Pass, you don't have to pay for it.
that is true. I just
So, but I think
I don't know. I'll you know what will probably happen. You will
mhm.
play it. You'll probably get back on stream and stream it one day, and I'll watch, and then I'll decide from there. That's probably what will happen.
All right, we'll do that. My thing is that it's shitty that we're in a day and age where this even has to be said because this is how it is.
Mm,
If they accomplish what they're saying they're trying to accomplish,
yeah.
then I think it has bones to be an amazing game. But
Okay.
that's I don't know. It's tough because like Elite Dangerous has tried to do it. They were purely a space flight game. Can't leave the ship. Can't you can go into space stations? Can't leave the ship.
That's the
It's
thing
all
is like
menus.
I feel like some of the games that want to do what it seems like they want to do
Yeah.
can do kind of one of the things,
Yes.
not
Mhm.
actually all of the things.
So Elite Dangerous, they came out with this whole DLC. I got it. Just it wouldn't work, and it's you leave a ship and you can do missions and stuff. Star Citizen, ship combat, ship everything about it is awesome. But once you get to like, you can come get in and out, go into space stations. That all works fine. It works really well. Ship combat, ship stuff works well. Any combat with a person to person is trash. And so like it has that game's at like 60% right now. And this essentially is trying to be that, but with single player. So that's the whole thing is if it can do it,
If it can, hey, more power
if it
to
can,
them, right?
I think it's gonna be good. As long as it's not empty, which 1,000 worlds, I don't know how you make it not empty.
Fair, but I mean,
Because then they talked
also
about the showcase also talked about some of the cities they've made, and they're like these are by far the biggest cities we've ever made in any game, and there's many of them.
I always get nervous when fucking they just start doing that sort of stuff, man. I don't know. I get nervous with it.
I'm nervous to see how big the download is.
How big
And
is
I
the
don't know.
download? Half of your Xbox.
I know. Oh, I'm downloading Sea of Thieves right now. It's 92 gigs, and so
I mean, like, if this is as big as they're saying it is, it's got to be. I'm going to argue it's got to be double, right? Because what's the biggest? What's the biggest one we have right
Call of
now?
Duty.
Call of Duty, right? Yeah, it's got to be, if not
Call of
more
Duty's
than
got to
that.
be a few hundred gigs though right now.
I was gonna say last I knew last time I downloaded Call of Duty was 120, I think. So
That was like first season.
yeah, that was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago actually. Now that I think about it, maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, since the new ones come out.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, did you hear that about that too? Last thing.
Are we talking about
They are so
the
this past Call of Duty,
okay,
Modern Warfare 2, they were going to take 2 years. They weren't going to do one every year. They were going to take
a year
an
and a
additional year.
okay?
Nope, going back to every year. They decided. I
course
think this
they are.
one's doing so poorly. They're like every year.
Mm-hmm.
Going back.
This is probably Madden right now is in that sort of thing. Madden is literally in if this year's doesn't do well, NFL is pulling the plug.
For real?
With EA, yeah. They're going to look for new buyers.
Good.
It is.
EA's gotten comfortable.
I will say this, though. I did get a code for 24. And I have played a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I can say. I think.
Okay.
I didn't actually sign the NDA. Fedge did, so...
It's like, you want this code?
Yeah, no, literally, that's what it was. It's like, he was like,
No, Brian gave you the code.
Yeah. He was like, I could, I could use, he's like, I don't want to use it, and like, you can do stuff with it, and I wouldn't, so yeah, I can tell you more about it later.
Brian gave you the code.
Yeah, and Billy.
EA.
No, I know a Billy. Brian.
Brian.
I know a Billy. Brian. I don't think I know any Brians. Yes, that was all. You know what the worst part is though? That's not even all. That's not even everything. Ubisoft Forward is tomorrow, so for you guys it's today because you guys will see this on Monday. It's tomorrow. Ubisoft Forward is.
Then we might see more Star Wars stuff then.
We might see more Star Wars stuff. We're gonna see more Assassin's Creed.
Harry Potter.
Yep. Yep. Rainbow Six.
Oh. Yep.
For Honor.
Yep. Which I'm surprised is still going, but go off.
Mm-hmm. As a low fucking fan base. This is like every time I load into Realm Royale, I'm surprised that I can get into a game.
Yeah, it's a cool game. It's a cool game. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
A coworker of mine said he keeps trying to play Siege, and he's like, I'll go a long time and won't play it, and I like it, but I can't do anything. I was like, yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
But
that's the showcase. So
that's showcase.
That's this week. A lot of game stuff, and a lot of good game stuff as well. I think this was a very good weekend. The only other one that we didn't mention was OTK, and that's because you ready for this shit. So OTK, Asmongold, and all of them, they did a game expo thing. And they brought in a bunch of indie developers, and I can't find individual trailers anywhere. Basically, you either watch the entire thing or you don't watch it at all. It seems like so. Yeah, kind of sucked, but I'll probably watch it at some point. So write down some of the games, because
Trash.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Let's be honest. 90% of the games that come out of these things after a year, no one's talking about.
Well, this is gonna sound super mean. No one cares. Uh, Anything that goes to that is not gonna is gotta not be like that good. Well, like we have the Xbox showcase, we had the Summer Games showcase, we had all these games where like the top indie games are being shown, and like you're like, what? You're like, what didn't make the chopping block? So it's at the OTK showcase.
Hmm. Like
Because
one of the
OTK, are they scamming people to go there? They're like, hey, we'll give you money, and they just not pay them.
well, like one of the ones that they had was like so the very beginning part was they did this really kind of cool little video where it's like they were talking to the people from last year's OTK game showcase, and one of them was like, after my trailer played at their fucking thing, I got within the hour I had 2,000 pre-orders on my wish list for the
Oh,
game. So it was really kind of cool because it was like so it did like a little in-depth thing with that, but like one of them was like literally like a guy and his wife.
so true indie. Where
Yeah,
it's
like these are like like this is like true indie guys, and it was kind of cool seeing it because it was like, all right, I was like, if Asmongold and these guys literally went out and found these like true indie guys, where it's like,
Yeah. Well, when's the last time you saw like a true indie game come out that was like one guy other than like what's that fucking game?
or like
The
even
Earthbound, the Earthbound game. That's not Earthbound. That Toby Fox game. It's good. I can't remember the
yeah,
name. God.
but yeah, it's like
Uh,
it's like most of the time when you see indie games these days, what is it? It's an indie game under the umbrella of
yeah, right.
it's just like I mean I'm not gonna shun any of them because like I dig them all.
Undertale.
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 Um,
I couldn't remember. I went to high school with them. Can't remember the name of the game. All right.
but yeah, so
Sorry.
you're good. Overall, good weekend for gaming, I think. Um, I like the fact that the majority of the games felt single player, which I think is a good move forward.
Or co-op,
Yes,
not online multiplayer. Co-op.
yeah, like for instance, like Space Marines too.
And 33 something.
Yeah, 33 Immortal. Warhaven. I
Yeah.
mean, Warhaven's PvP. So never mind.
Yes, Warhaven's 33s.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what your favorite game was from this weekend. What game did you miss? Did you wish would have showed up? Anything else?
Remember to wash your butts tonight, Sunday night, Monday.
Sunday butt washing. Get in there.
Make sure you wash your nuts.
Get in there. Do you go this way or do you go behind?
I have. When I wipe,
Yeah. I mean, well, just when you wash.
I actually have a Japanese bath towel.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like this. It's like the length of a bath towel. It's a little
Mhm.
narrower, and I like floss everything.
Ooh,
And
okay.
it exfoliates at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it like makes your skin raw and exfoliates. It's actually pretty fucking. That's like the way to go. What do you do from the front?
I do change it up. I like to surprise myself.
Balls from the front, butt from the back is what I say.
I just like to
That's what I
surprise
do.
myself. Like one day I'll do it from one way, and then the next week it's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna
I
do
got
this.
short arms, big belly. Can't like going from the butt from the front is not really
Good long arms. Long
short arms.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out tonight,
Yeah.
or whenever. As always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.